Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Insider Financial Talks Penny Stocks. My name is Alex Carlson. I will be your host today. I am the editor-in-chief of InsiderFinancial.com, and today we're going to be discussing CYDY, EEENF, ENZC, and OPTI. But before we get into that, we have a few housekeeping issues to go over. We have no business relationship with any company whose stock is mentioned in this video. Insider Financial and myself are not investment advisors, and this video does not provide investment advice. Always do your own research, make your own investment decisions, or consult with your nearest financial advisor. This video is not a solicitation or recommendation to buy, sell, or hold securities. This video is our opinion and meant for informational and educational purposes only and does not provide investment advice. For more information, please read our full disclaimer at insiderfinancial.com/disclaimer. And with that out of the way, remember to smash the thumbs up button if you like this video. Hit the red subscribe button and the little notification bell to be notified when we go live with a new video. Also go over to signup.insiderfinancial.com. This is where subscribers get first look at stocks we're going to be covering. Stocks like MMMEDF at 63 cents, ABML at 6 cents, ALPP at 7.5 cents, and HMBL at just under 3 cents. After you sign up with your email, you can then sign up with your mobile number. For US and Canada, enter 1 plus your area code and number. UK would be 44 plus your number. Switzerland 41 plus your number. Never use 00 to start with your number. It's always the country code and then your number. With that out of the way, let's dive right in. Look, we're finally starting to see some stability in the OTC markets. The past few weeks have been hard on many OTC traders. What we've witnessed is a coordinated effort led by the market makers, starting with Jane Street. They've engaged in naked short selling, and they've depressed many of the former high-flying OTC stocks. Here we have the charts of some of the big high flyers, and if you notice, they all look the same. Starting with AABB, ABML, ALPP, ENZC, HMBL, OPTI, and OZSC. And we had told our followers last month, we're seeing some nice bounce setups, but the biggest problem was still the market makers. And that, Congress, they need to investigate the market makers who basically steal from retail traders every day. And we're hoping that eventually there is some legislation, and this is what needs to happen to sort of clean up the OTC market makers. They're criminals, they're thieves, and this needs to be resolved and hopefully sooner rather than later. But the problem is that in the short term, there's not much investors can do. But we feel that smart traders, by identifying this, they can use this to your long-term advantage. And right now there are two choices, because selling down here at the bottom we don't think is the wise move. Again, we're not financial advisors, but we're only going from our own experience. And what we do here at Insider Financial is two things. Number one, do your homework and look for penny stocks that have yet to run. This is what we do at Insider Financial. We scan through hundreds of OTC stocks each week, looking for the best alerts for our subscribers. We preach the key to trading OTC stocks is finding the momentum before it happens, and then be patient. We got our subscribers in early on HMBL, which you can read here. Back in November, we said it was a really big deal. ALPP, February of last year. Subscribers are sitting on big gains, over 10,000% in HMBL and over 5,000% in ALPP. And this is what we mean by, saying find the momentum before it happens. This is getting in before the crowd. And that's what we preach here at Insider Financial. And when it comes to, investing in OTC stocks, we think it's also best to own a portfolio of OTC stocks. For some, that can be as many as 10 to 20 or more OTC stocks. Approach it like you're a venture capitalist. If you have $10,000 to invest, invest it across 10 or 20 or more penny stocks. Right now, markets are a little tough, so if your initial buy before was $500 or $1,000, cut it in half. Start with $250 or $500. In tough markets, you want to scale back. When everything's running, you want to pedal to the metal and go in heavier. But right now, this is the time to still be cautious. And right now, then the second thing you can do, besides looking for new plays, is look for past runners and look for to buy the dips. And if you look at the great fortunes over time, it was built when there was blood in the streets. And this is a sell-off that you can use your cash to put to work by buying quality OTC stocks. By having cash on the sidelines, this is when we say have told people, always book profits. If you've listened to my videos, I've been preaching over and over again, book profits. Don't get caught up into this diamond hands, paper hands BS. You're running your own trading business, and the only way you make money is when you actually book profits. So until then, it's only on paper. And, investing is not a team sport. You're doing this, to put food on the table for your family. You're answerable to your loved ones, and you're not answerable to anybody on social media. So don't get caught up in any of the social media BS. Use it, to gauge sentiment. Follow some like-minded traders, and you'll do well over the long run. But let's get started here, folks. OTC stock number one is CYDY. My colleague Chris Sandberg, he's been bullish on CYDY for the past year. Made a number of notable calls. It's been a choppy trader, and this is why definitely you wanted to be selling, booking profits when you could, not getting fully out, but booking profits, and then when the dip comes, you can add more and actually end up with more shares. He put out an article on March 29th, and he had said that, based on the MOA and the efficacy of leronlimab, approval will displace enzolytimab, so HGen shareholders need to be prepared for the worst and might want to consider trimming into any strength above 30 or hedge their bet by buying CYDY, which is a more powerful platform technology and many more catalysts in the future. And HGen sold off, as he said, at 30, peaked here, and now it's under 20. And CYDY, when his article hit the tape, it was just $2.13. It formed the base off $2. Now we're at $4. So investors that bought off his article are sitting on gains of almost 100%. So this was written on March 29. So this is the value of having a subscription to Insider Financial. And, the next catalyst for CYDY will be the investor call, where management will provide a full update to its stockholders on the company activities, including recent COVID-19 initiatives and information concerning its active trials in COVID-19, NASH, and cancer. This call is going to take place tomorrow, Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern. My colleague Chris Sandberg, he will be on that call, and we will be updating our subscribers with his thoughts after. OTC stock number two is 88 Energy. This is a oil and gas play that we first told our subscribers about on March 13th, when it was just 1.5 cents. Then we provided a further update over the weekend, which you can read here. 88 Energy, nickels, dimes, quarters, dollars. But the stock today is taking a shellacking. In Australia, closed down 67%. You can see here, Friday closed at 9 cents. Today, just above 2 cents. So big down move on 88 Energy in Australia. And this is a knee-jerk reaction to the latest update. The fact is the company encountered operational issues that were totally out of its control concerning the Merlin 1 well. Point A is a power outage due to equipment failure necessitated pulling out of the hole for repairs prior to any sample being obtained. Point B, after repairs were completed, the run back in hole encountered several sticky sections indicating poor hole conditions, so a clean out run was undertaken. Point C, re-entry with the sampling tool was then executed to move to the lowest zone for testing, but good communication was not able to be re-established with the reservoir despite observation of a similar hydrocarbon signature on the optical fingerprint sensor. Point D, a decision was made to move to the next shallowest prospective zone, which had exhibited good oil shows and petrophysical characteristics, but wellbore condition issues prevented a test as the tool became stuck. And lastly, point E is now too late in the season to initiate flow testing operations, and the forward program will consist of plugging the well. Because of these developments, nervous longs and short-term traders in Australia sold, and here is why they were wrong. Despite the operational issues that prevented obtaining a hydrocarbon sample from the two most prospective zones, the results from the Merlin 1 well are very encouraging for the potential at Project Peregrine. We appreciate that these early results may be difficult to interpret. That is because we do not yet have all the data required to allow interpretation. This means some uncertainty remains. However, it is already clear that the Merlin 1 has delivered by far the best outcome of any of the 5 wells drilled by 88 Energy in Alaska over the last 6 years. Particularly encouraging is the apparent presence of oil in a zone that has not previously been targeted in NPR-A. Whilst the potential volumetric size of this zone is not yet known, the formation could be extensive based on initial interpretation. The other most prospective zone with good shows and petrophysical characteristics is shared with the Harrier prospect and will likely high grade for drilling in 2022. The company is extremely proud to have been able to achieve this result from a wildcat exploration well drilled on sparse 2D seismic 60 kilometers from the nearest control well in the middle of the Arctic winter. Project Peregrine, in combination with the 100% owned Umiat oil field, has the potential to deliver substantial returns for shareholders in the form of potentially large oil field development. We look forward to providing more data as it becomes available in the next few weeks and months. Bottom line, 88 Energy found oil. We now have to wait a little longer to find out how much. In the meantime, don't let this happen. According to Isles Life, my luck, I will sell triple EEENF, and they will announce they were acquired by Conoco. So take that for whatever it's worth. Again, we're not financial advisors, but we don't want to be in a position where we say we told you so. OTC stock number 3 is ENZC. This has frustrated many market participants that kept buying the dip only for ENZ to keep dipping. Well, we think the bottom is finally in as the latest PR is a big one. The company just revealed that the monoclonal antibodies being produced by the company against targeted sites on the coronavirus are directed against epitopes that exist conservatively on each of the variant strains of the virus from the UK, Brazil, and South Africa. CEO Charles Katropia said the discoveries made by our AI team and implemented by our research team are extremely significant. The creation of monoclonal antibodies that target the Achilles heels of the coronavirus, which will be present even in mutated strains worldwide, means that a therapeutic may be produced that will have effect throughout the world and for the expected continuous life cycle of the coronavirus. These findings have their origin in the critical analysis performed by our by our AI team, which has used sophisticated computer analysis and years of AI experience to curate the amino acid sequences, which are in the tens of thousands of each of the over 50,000 coronavirus isolates now known. From this analysis, our AI team has identified the golden needles in an enormous haystack of data. This is a remarkable achievement. There's a video on the article. Monoclonal antibodies have been touted by Dr. Anthony Fauci as being extremely important in the treatment of COVID-19. And we had outlined this in our initial article on ENZC when it was just 0.014 cents a share, which you can read about in the link in the description. We said ENZC and Bioclinetics, a perfect merger back in October. And finally, OTC stock, OPTI. This is another one that looks to finally bottom at the 10-cent level, making a nice run up the chart. What we like about OPTI is that this is a company firing on all cylinders, and there's been no shortage of news flow. Last month, OPTI acquired WeShield, an established New York-based AI-driven medtech company in the PPE space with 2020 audited revenues in excess of $55 million. The acquisition is executed to close within the next 45 days. WeShield is extremely well established in the wholesale medical sector, supplying PPE safety products to Gap, Caesars, Hard Rock, Defense Logistics Agency, New York City Housing, Wellstar Health System, and more. What we like here is the AI-driven medtech company is on track for revenues of over $100 million this year. Company has a great management team and use advanced marketing technology to fuel growth. OPTI is also getting ready to launch antigen 10-minute rapid test kits for home and business use nationwide. They'll be offering both versions of the 10-minute antigen nasal rapid tests online just via distributors, media channels, and bulk PPE networks upon receipt of final approval by the FDA. And this is another one we started covering OPTI at just 2.5 cents. This was back in September, so you can go and check that out. Also, in this little search box, you can look for any of our past coverage, check out any stock that you currently own, see what we said, and also, make sure it's important that you go over to signup.insiderfinancial.com. This way, you don't miss any of our alerts, our continuing coverage, our new coverage. This is the best resource that you can get when it comes to OTC stocks. So definitely make sure you are signed up there. With that being said, we have a new alert coming today at the bell. Some are asking why at the bell. If we send it out before the bell, the orders come in, the market makers get it, they gap the stock. So this way it's more orderly when they come in, and subscribers are able to get in before that the market makers can gap up at the open. So that's why we do it right at the open. So again, make sure the fastest way to get it, our alerts, is via SMS. So make sure you are signed up with your mobile there. With that being said, wish everyone a wonderful and profitable trading week, and I'll be coming live to you tomorrow with a new video. Thank you again, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.